As a writer, I often find myself running low on topics about which to write. Everything I've been able to come up with as of late has already been run deep into the ground. Serial killers, zombies, and romantic comedy are just a few of the topics that simply seem to have completely run dry of any creativity. Because of this, I often find myself digging around for inspiration, whether it be at a library, or on the internet, or at a small town bar, listening intently to someone's drunken ramblings. Oftentimes, if you search hard enough, you'll find little tidbits of information that seem out of place. I know, it sounds confusing, right? Well, I'll explain. Have you ever experienced deja vu? If not, it's a phenomenon where your brain makes a connection between something that is currently happening to you and an event that may or may not have happened in your life or otherwise. In the case that what you're experiencing has already happened to you, your brain will deem the connection insignificant and quickly push it to the back of your mind. In this case, you should consider yourself lucky. This means that your past hasn't been altered by them. However, if you've experienced deja vu at any point in your life, and are still to this day racing through your memories trying to remake that connection, you've already been marked as a threat. And I'm so sorry. If you've been marked, this means that you have performed an action in your past that they have deemed unacceptable. We still don't exactly know what actions they choose to erase. If we'd had to guess, they'd likely include things such as making a stand against the government, or influencing a large number of people to do so. This does not include riots, however, as most people do not seem to take them seriously, and therefore are not likely to make any significant dangerous move against any higher authority. Also, as far as we can tell, as long as your ideals are accepted by their standards, you will not be stopped. Now, I will try to continue my explanation as best as I can. To this day, we still do not know who they are. All we know of them is that they strive for complete control over the world, and they're capable of going to unimaginable lengths to do so. One of their favourite methods, as by now you've probably guessed, is altering or even completely erasing events from the past. And if you have your past altered, even once, then you are marked as a threat to their system of control. And once you are marked, they will never stop trying to kill you, thus preventing you from screwing with their system again. However, every now and then, a detail escapes their grasps and is left behind, whether it be a newspaper article on a small obscure webpage, or simply a scratch on the side of a car. Have you ever seen something on the internet that simply vanished the next time you went to inspect it? That was them correcting their mistake. But they do not want you to discover something that you ought to not know. Now, if you've had your personal past messed with, it is likely you've had several, if not many, close calls with death. This is due to the fact that they are very good at manipulating objects, and even human beings in some cases, to carry out acts of murder against you and make it seem like a complete accident. Ever been inches away from being hit by a car whilst crossing the street? That was them. Or have you ever nearly fallen off a tall ladder? Likely, that was also them. If you've had many of these close calls, you should be proud of yourself. This means that you have the ability to subconsciously intercept their signals and make split-second decisions to avoid what they've thrown at you. I happen to be one of these people. If you are as well, please contact me. Together, we may be able to figure out just who they are and how we can stop them from controlling us. Also, I beg you to spread this around and get the word out. The more people we have on our side, conscious and aware of the imposing threat, the more difficult it will be for them to control us all. If we do not act soon, it's just a matter of time before mine and your memories of my words are also erased. Thank you for sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to hear more stories like it, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon. That way you'll never miss a story. Oh, and if you haven't already, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with the latest goings on the channel.